High Counselor Zixtal nervously adjusted his ceremonial robes as he addressed the emergency session of the Galactic Council. His normally iridescent scales had dulled to an anxious gray, and all four of his hands trembled as he activated the holographic display. "Esteemed members of the Council," he began, his translator struggling to keep his voice steady, "we have gravely miscalculated. The assembled representatives of the 100 most powerful species in the galaxy murmured amongst themselves. The Arxians clicked their mandibles in disapproval, while the gaseous nebulans pulsed with concerned frequencies. 3 solar cycles ago, we approved First Strike Protocol 47B against the newly discovered species known as humans. Our intelligence suggested they were primitive, fractious, and would provide minimal resistance to our standard subjugation procedures." Zixtal paused, swallowing hard. "We were wrong." The hologram shifted to show the burning wreckage of what had once been the pride of the Council's fleet. The dreadnought Eternal Dominion drifted lifelessly in the void, its quantum-reinforced hull split open like a broken egg. "The humans," Zixtal continued, "they didn't follow the rules. When our ships appeared in their system, they were supposed to panic, to divide, to beg for mercy or fight amongst themselves. Instead, they united." The council chamber erupted in shocked whispers. Unity among a pre-FTL species was unprecedented. Within 6 planetary rotations of our arrival, they had decoded our communication protocols. Within 12, they had reverse-engineered our shield frequencies. And within 15, he gestured to the hologram again, showing dozens of smaller Earth vessels swarming around council ships like angry insects. They had developed weapons specifically calibrated to our weaknesses. A mechanoid representative raised an appendage. Impossible. Their technological level was assessed at Class 3. They were still burning fossil fuels. "Yes," Zixtal replied grimly. "They were. And yet somehow they adapted centuries of advancement in mere days. We've discovered they have an information distribution network that spans their entire planet. When one human learns something, they all learn it. They call it the Internet." The chamber fell silent as new footage played. Human ships, crude but effective, launching salvos of missiles that phased right through Council shields. Ground forces using modified civilian vehicles to outmaneuver the Council's military-grade hovercrafts. And most terrifying of all, human civilians turning their primitive projectile weapons into shield-penetrating railguns using nothing but salvaged alien tech and what they called YouTube tutorials. Their response has been designated Operation Fuck Around and Find Out. Zixtal continued, his scales now almost white with fear. "They've begun pushing our forces back, not just from their planet, but from their entire system. And," he hesitated, "they're singing." The council listened in horror as the human battle cry echoed through the chamber. "Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down." They're using our own communication channels to broadcast something they call memes. Our shippies are being compromised by something called rickrolls. And their soldiers. They laugh, counselors. They laugh as they fight. An elder crystalline being chimed in, its facets dim with concern. "Surely they can be reasoned with." "We tried," Zixtal said. Their response was colorful. "The most diplomatic translation I can offer is cash us outside. How about that?" The hologram updated one final time, showing the current tactical situation. Human forces had already secured their solar system and were rapidly adapting Council technology for deep space travel. Their ships now bore names like USS Come At Me Bro and HMS Square Up Then. "This Council faces an unprecedented situation," Zixtal concluded. "We initiated first contact with a species that not only refused to be conquered, but appears to be actively enjoying the opportunity to prove us wrong. They are calling it a pro-gamer move, and seemed to be treating the entire war as what they term an Uno reverse cards moment. As the council chambers descended into chaos, a final transmission from Earth appeared on the screen. Thanks for the tech upgrade, fam. Humanity has joined the chat. Zixtal could only watch as the representatives of the galaxy's most powerful civilizations came to terms with a terrifying new reality. They had picked a fight with the wrong planet. And Earth, it seemed, was just getting started. The High Counselor made a mental note to update First Strike Protocol 47B with a new warning: if target species responds to invasion with memes and enthusiasm, retreat immediately.